I am not confident enough to speak English because words do not come into my mind when I start speaking English and I fumble a lot. This is the case in many of us. We are now going to discuss all the reasons why do we fumble and let us overcome it. Hi Namaste, welcome back to Learn with Gowthami channel. Before getting into the video friends, promise me that you will subscribe to our channel and you would comment whatever you think about this video in English. Let me know, please. And suggest me with some of the problems that you are facing while speaking English so that I would treat them as my problem and try to give some suggestions that I know to help some more other people who wants to learn English. First of all, what I want to say is that all of us are not native speakers of English. Our mother tongue is not English. So, whenever we start learning a language, we use the technique called translation. During this technique, we fumble. If a person asks a question to us, we need to reply him or reply that person within 10 to 20 seconds. If we could not answer the question within the prescribed time, we start fumbling and we stop the conversation. The problem of this translation process is that when you start translating word by word, sentence to sentence, then you get stuck at some of the words. You could not find out the correct words and the whole speech is going to be clumsy. So, this is the way in which you are going to start fumbling. In order to prevent this case, you need to stop the translation process. The second case in which we are going to fumble or in which we could not find the correct words to use is lack of vocabulary and grammar. Lack of vocabulary is something that in which you don't know even the minimum words that you need to know in order to speak English language. And coming to grammar, it is not always necessary that you dig into grammar. If you want to learn English as a subject in order to score marks, then grammar plays a very crucial role. But if you want to learn English just to express your views and ideas just as a speaker, then there is not a lot of importance of grammar. I am not saying that grammar is not at all important. Grammar is important to speakers also. If we don't know even minimum grammar, then we start to fumble, giving more importance to grammar and stucking there whether I should use a, an, the, or what should I use. You start thinking and start fumbling. So this you need to stop. You need to start working on your vocabulary and grammar while speaking. Coming to usage of grammar, as you are speaking and recording yourself, you are definitely going to know what are the grammatical mistakes you are doing and you can correct them easily. So don't focus too much on the number of words and the volume of grammar you know. Start speaking. Eventually, you will develop. The next problem is dumping your brain with lot of vocabulary. This is the quite opposite case of the second one. What I mean to say is that when you are dumping a whole lot of vocabulary into your brain, then while speaking, your mind gets into a conflict every time. I want to say it with an example. If you want to say someone that you are beautiful, you also know the alternatives of beautiful like gorgeous, stunning, delightful, etc. Then while communicating, your mind stops for a while and thinks of the correct word that you need to put in the situation where the gap is going to be created and you start fumbling. It's okay if you use simple words. It's not wrong if you use simple words. If you want to say beautiful, say you're beautiful. There is no need to say like this. You are delightful. The other person also feels odd, right? Use fancy words, it's not wrong, but use them when it is coming in a flow in your speech. You should not stop in the middle and find the alternative words of it. If you stop in the middle, then you are going to fumble. To stop it, learn the new words. but you need to bring them into your active words instead of putting them in your passive words. In the last video, I have told you clearly what are active words, what are passive words, and what are unknown words. So please check out that video. Everyone will identify whether you are using those words correctly at the correct situation or not. Everyone is going to point out that, not about what are the words you are using, what fancy words you are using. So please take it into consideration and make sure that whatever words you are dumping into your brain, please make sure that you are going to use those words and make them as active words. The next mistake that is done generally by everyone is that pretending that they know everything. For example, if we are in a meeting and we are asked to speak about a concept, if we don't know, it's better to tell them that we don't know, to be silent. But instead of doing that, what we do is that without having enough knowledge of the topic, if we go and pretend to speak something out, then we will be lacking words and eventually we start fumbling. At that situation, as we are lacking words, we start using a lot of filler words like that's all right, this, that, exactly. These are some of the filler words that we use when we are not confident about the topic that on which we must present. So, in order to avoid that situation, if you don't have any knowledge of a particular concept, then stop beating in the bush and admit that you don't know, or just be silent. No, if you don't want to admit that you don't know anything, then another idea is that you can combine all the ideas that are given by different people in that conference. For example, if you are speaking about a party, first person says the decoration was wonderful at the party. The second person says the food was delicious. The third person says we have enjoyed a lot. Next, coming to the fourth person, that is you. You need to express your views about that party which you have attended last night. So, instead of stammering, instead of fumbling, you can do one thing, that is to add up all those. You can simply say, I agree with you that the decoration is wonderful, the dinner was very delicious, that I ate a lot, and I also enjoyed a lot in the party. This is as simple as this. But you need to make sure that you are confident enough to combine all those ideas and say it as your idea. You need a lot of guts and you must do that. It is a saver. It is a lifesaver because you would not be embraced in front of them by saying those. So try it out. Instead of using all those filler words and beating around the bush, stop using those filler words and take pauses so that you will have enough time to think and frame a sentence of yourself and speak it. The next thing is that some people try to speak too fast, which results in fumbling, and some people speak too slow, which results in fumbling. Some of us speak too fast, which makes us excited to speak and we fumble with the words. And some of the slow speakers, what they do is that they search for words in their mind. They start the translation process, and during this process of finding the exact word which fills that, they speak slowly and start fumbling. So, we should not be a very slow speaker or a very fast speaker. It is enough if we are understandable to the other person. We need not try to impress anyone just by speaking fast. Or we need not underestimate ourselves by speaking slow and finding the exact fancy words. It is usual and common to everyone to speak with their medium. It will be quite easy and you can stop fumbling if you speak with the same pauses and same speed as you can speak. There is no need to speak too fast to impress anyone or too slow to depress anyone. Some of us have a lot of knowledge on vocabulary, very good grip on grammar, but we fumble a lot. That is because of due to hesitation feeling inside us. When giving a presentation or when we started communicating with the other person, all of a sudden we start feeling hesitant. We start putting a lot of questions. We start questioning our brain. We start questioning our mind whether the other person is impressed with the answer I am giving or not. Whether the other person is going to be satisfied with the answer that I am giving or not. When you stop communicating or giving a speech and start questioning your mind, then your mind stucks and starts fumbling. So, you need to stop this hesitation feeling and be confident. If you start feeling hesitant and get stuck, again you need to regain the confidence and speak out. If this gap exceeds 20 seconds, then automatically you are going to ruin the next whole speech, which is a not good thing to happen. So, even if you fumble, it's okay. Take a pause, be confident enough, take a deep breath, and start again. There is nothing wrong. Instead of doing the whole thing clumsy and stopping your speech, it is the best way to start. So, be confident. The first best thing that you can use to stop fumbling is to practice. Start practicing, start speaking. It may be either in front of the mirror or if you are recording like me or speaking to someone else, anything. Start speaking. So many of you are in a feeling that even if we practice, it's of no use. Do you think so? No. Practice makes man perfect. It will make us perfect in speaking English. Believe me, I am one of you. I think, according to me, if we try a little hard, we can learn English and speak. And one more thing is that before giving a presentation, if you are afraid of giving it because you are going to fumble, because you are thinking that you are going to fumble, just think of the benefits that you are going to gain by giving that presentation. You will feel very happy, friends. If you have given a speech, even if you fumble, it's okay, but you have completed your speech and presented all your thoughts before them. And if you are able to leave an impression that she has communicated her ideas in a good way, people will get impressed. That is the key. Develop your communication skills. Work on your communication skills. Read a lot. Listen a lot. Start watching English videos. In whatever topic you are interested in, make it a habit of watching in English only, hearing in English only, learning in English only, reading in English only, and finally speaking in English only. Someone told me that walls have ears. If that is true, let the wall listen what we are speaking. It's not going to reply us, right? So start speaking. Go into a closed room, shut all the doors and start speaking. Then your fear is going to reduce day by day and your confidence level is going to increase day by day. See, if this is your fear and this is your confidence, it is all of a sudden it's not going to decrease down and it's not going to increase, right? It will slowly reduce. So start working on it. Then automatically the problem of fumbling is going to decrease. It is not possible even for a native speaker or a person who is very good at giving speech to speak out without even fumbling once, because it's a normal thing to fumble. You need not take it too seriously and get stressed. Relax, start speaking from today, and automatically day by day your confidence is going to increase, which results to stop this problem of fumbling while speaking English. That's it for today, friends. I hope you are able to understand what I am speaking. I made this video because I want to help you out with something or the other that I am facing. This is the problem I am facing. So I thought many of you are facing this problem, so I did this video. It may be helpful to you. If this is helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I would know and it will make me happy. And not only that, please share it to people as many as possible and do subscribe my channel.